Hi everyone, welcome to the Southington K Factor. I'm William Kim.
And I'm Joe Pfeffer.
Let's take a look at our local news headlines, Joe.
At a recent Board of Education meeting, they eliminated $1.5 million from their budget for the 08-09 school year, getting rid of 3 elementary school teachers and 1 high school position. These and other cuts were necessary to remain within budget given to the board in the 08-09 school year. The board had requested $76.89 million, but was only given $75.3 million. Although the budget increased school spending by $3.5 million, the additional funding is not enough to pay for new staff that administrators had requested. Looks like Will doesn't have class next year. Superintendent Joseph Arardi said he is particularly concerned with projected class increases in grades 1, 3, and 5. This year, grades 1 and 3 had no classes larger than 20 students, but next year it is expected that there will be 14 first grade classes with 20 or more students and 7 such classes in the 3rd grade. There is nothing about this that I like, Arardi added. We're headed in the wrong direction. Also cut from the school's workplace were 10 paraprofessional positions. Paraprofessionals help teachers, librarians, will, and other staff members. I'm not happy, but this is the very best we can do in this situation, said board member Terry Carmody. Now, let's take a look at William and other national news headlines.
Unfortunately, I don't have my paraprofessional with me, just like Joe just said.
I didn't say that.
And it's very unfortunate that jobs had to be cut here at Southington High School. News coming from Washington, the government may house disaster victims in trailers this hurricane season as a last resort, despite never trying to use them again because of high levels of dangerous bacteria found in FEMA trailers. Hurricane season started June 1st and will continue to late in November. Forecasters predict in 2008 it will be very different from other years. 2008 will bring 2 to 6 major hurricanes. Joe?
With an 11-week season on tap for 2008, the Blue Knights football team is looking for another game. Well, they were, until they found this next one at a huge site. Southington football will gain instant recognition as the Blue Knights open on Friday, September 12th, 6 p.m. in Giant Stadium. They will be taking on Bergen Catholic of New Jersey. And as Coach Bill Mella drove past the stadium, it took everything in him not to pull over, including a 32-ounce Coke, a slice of pizza, 4 donuts, and a half-eaten Twinkie he stole from a kid on the side of the road. Bergen Catholic and Southington will be the feature game of the week on the MSG network. This network has previously done a piece on Matthew Kelleher, former quarterback for the Blue Knights. The game's organizers approached Mella in the off-season. What would you think about playing Bergen Catholic? They proposed. Yes, I want it. Let's go, Mella replied. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, he said, half eating a Twinkie. Southington will be the underdog in this one, while Bergen Catholic lost to Don Basco, another Garden State perennial powerhouse, in last year's state final. The all-boys school from New Jersey is frequently ranked in national polls and regularly sends students to Division I programs. Southington, with 3 years under Coach Mella, has gone 31-4 and has qualified for the state playoffs all 3 years, making it to the finals twice. Said Bill Mella, I'm proud of the fact that they thought of us. I didn't think of it as throwing lambs to wolves. Mella said, I'm pumped, I'm psyched, my kids are psyched, my kids' kids are psyched, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're playing in Giant Stadium.
What more could you say about that?
Actually, he added that the Twinkie, he said he found it. It wasn't stolen.
All right, news coming from New York. Katie Couric, Brian Williams, and Charles Gibson all teaming up for one cause. That's right. They all teamed up earlier this week to promote a Stand Up for Cancer. It's a telethon that will be premiering September 5th, commercial-free on all 3 networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC. But it was a reunion for Katie Couric as she went back to her old stomping grounds, the Today Show in New York. Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira all viewed Couric as she came in. And that's about it. Standing up for a cause, Joe.
That's what I like to do. Recently, Manny Ramirez connected on his career home run number 500. He hit the shot off Baltimore Orioles right-hander Chad Bradford and became the 24th major leaguer to reach the plateau. Ramirez drove the first pitch into the stands in right center in the 7th inning. As soon as I hit it, I knew it was gone, Ramirez added. I'm so happy to move on. Slow reaching the milestone, he hit 496 on April 19th, and only 3 since then in 34 games. It was great, especially since I've been trying so hard for the past 3 weeks to get it done, he added. It finally came, and I'm happy. I'm proud of myself and all the things I've accomplished. Now I can go and have fun. Many of his teammates greeted him as he reached the dugout, and he bounced up and down, as Will and I often do, in an embrace with David Ortiz and Julio Lugo. The solo shot gave Boston the 5-3 lead, and it's estimated the ball traveled 410 feet. I'm happy, about everything I've accomplished in my life. Not everyone has a chance to go out and hit 500, and I'm proud to do that. O's manager Dave Tremblay added, "You could see he was aggressive up there. The worst thing we could do was throw him a strike tonight. It probably would have been better if we threw the ball outside the strike zone every time he stepped to bat." Before each at bat by the dreadlock slugger, plate umpire Bob Davidson was given a new ball, so there was no confusion which one was number 500. The ball was caught by Sox fan Damon Wu, who presented the ball to Ramirez after the game. Ramirez says he'll auction the ball off and give the money to charity. The drive enabled Ramirez to become only the 7th player in baseball history with 500 home runs, 1,500 RBIs, 1,000 walks, 475 doubles, and a 300 career batting average. The others include Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Mel Ott, Babe Ruth, Frank Thomas, Ted Williams, and William Kemp. Obviously, he will go down as one of the greatest power hitters of all time, Tremblay said of Ramirez. The 12th youngest player to hit 500 home runs. His 36th birthday was last Friday. Will's is tomorrow. The youngest was Alex Rodriguez, who was 8 days after his 32nd birthday. Will?
Could you just tell me all the names that you just said?
Sure.
I think you're doing my name there.
It was Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Mel Ott, Will Kemp, Babe Ruth, Frank Thomas, and Ted Williams.
All right. On a more serious note, low birth rates in premature babies may be at risk for autism. A new study is saying that low birth rates in premature babies are now being associated to autism, like I just said. A study looked at nearly 565 babies. They are finding that most girls are having autism rather than boys. The new study was published by WebMD for everyone to see. You can see that study at www.webmd.com. Joe?
Yeah, that's an interesting study. Did you say that was published recently, or has that been a long-standing study?
It was published recently by some scientists over at WebMD.
Is that an accredited site, or is that like Sean's Wikipedia?
Well, you can do a works cited on it.
Okay, because that's my teachers are always interested which sites are most credible, and I find Wikipedia to be very credible. I once found that Sean Soltis is a member of G Unit on the site.
I'm not.
That's certainly not the case.
I don't know that G Unit claim.